Hi everyone, my name's Isaac and welcome to something a little bit different. This is the commentator face reveal and the round wrap up. So I thought maybe to make it a little bit more interesting, I would put my face on screen. We'll see how we go. A little bit nervous about this. I've never done this really before. So we'll see how we go. For pretty much everyone, this will be the first time seeing what I look like. And I'm more than happy next week, if it's not working, to go back to just hiding and being a voice off screen. But I thought for when there's things that's not on screen to look at, this would be, I don't know, it's mostly just for the start of the video, to just see me and see what I look like. And yeah, so welcome to the round wrap up. We're going to start doing these each week on a Sunday, and we're just going to, wrap up the action, all the action from round 2. And then next week, round 3, and so forth, and look forward to round 3. So let's get stuck in. So Fuji this week, and obviously great result for the Tuesday night Fuji. High speed ring on the Thursday night for Ferrari series. We don't put the Ferrari series on our socials and on our channel, but we'll probably put it on our socials, but we don't put it on the channel. We don't have enough time. I don't have enough time in the week to do Ferrari and GT3. So we do the GT3 series. But let's go through now. Let's jump straight in. We're going to have a look at the GT3 round results. So obviously, Ibn Hamza, Ridwan takes out the win overall for GT3. Justin L second. Wallbutton third. K-Dot in fourth. Smashing Apex fifth. Now, Cristale, you may have noticed in Lobby A, finished down the order. But the admins, who are amazing, saw that was an incorrectly given penalty by the game. It was a glitch and given the wrong penalty, and they moved him back up the order. So that's really good. He's back up the order and where he should be for this. Pup 7th, Sandwith 8th, another top 10 for him. We're going to catch up with him a bit later about how he's travelling. BVL Flash 9th, and Al Dusty, another person we're going to catch up with in a little bit. An excellent performance from him. Street Style on 11th, 66 Prevails 12th. You got to be joking. He's down in 13th. He was higher, but he was relegated down the grid after being given 10 seconds for the contact with RBS. So if you remember at turn 15 with RBS GT7, they got a little bit tangled up and left RBS facing the wrong way. He's been given a 10-second time penalty for that, which drops him down to 13th. Mr. Awesome, 14th. Great debut for him. Top 20 result. BBL Sinkiller, 15th. OGR Toolshed, Axaga, Wrestler, Bazza, and then Isaac Fogg round out the top 20. RBS GT7, after that spin, finds himself 21st overall. ISO Energy, BMF Pirate Ant, ESR Renegade, B. Purton 25th, J. Ballack 26th. He also was higher in the Lobby B race, but received 10 seconds for the contact with ISO Energy at turn 1, which resulted in ISO Energy facing the wrong way. OGR Stealth 27th, Xtana 28th, Madrick 29th, COFR Grim Death, and in 30th. Then Unchained Chief, BC Bond, Yao Chin Hut, Irish Rebel, Porsche GT also has received time penalty. So he received a 10-second penalty for ramming Irish Rebel and a 5-second penalty for rough driving with Irish Rebel. So a couple penalties for him, drop him well down the order. Alba 36th, Mike Honcho 37th, L Hedges 38th, Macon Bacon 39th, and Stiffy Bone 40th. So down the order a bit for those guys. Let's have a look at how that affects the overall standings. So remember, these are the overall standings. not the GT3 standings. We will be running you through the overall standings. We may have a look at the GT3 standings some weeks, but we're going to be more focused on the overall standings because this is the AGT Championship standings. So Justin L leads the overall standings on 104 points. K-Dot in second, only 5 points behind. You got to be joking. Third, 12 points behind. Christale fourth, L Sandwith, Street Style, BBL St Kilda, Pup, RBS GT7, and then BMF Pirate Ant is in 10. So he's in the top 10. He's also the leader of the Pro-Am Championship currently. OGR Toolshed 11th. Bump and Run XL holds 12th, but that's second place in the Pro-Am Championship. Grim Death 13th and third in the Pro-Am Championship. Isaac Fogg 14th. ESR Renegade or HC Renegade. Bazza, Axaga, B. Purton, Madrick, and then ADR Mo, one of our Thursday runners, rounds out the top 20. Jay Green, 21st. Ridwan, Ibn Hamza, 22nd. Irish Rebel, 23rd. Icer Energy, 24th. Mr. Awesome, 25th. Unchained Chief, 26th. He is currently your AM class leader as well. So he is leading the AM championship at the moment. OGR Stealth, 27th. Jay Walbutton, 28th. Dawsey, another Thursday night runner. He's 29th. Smashing Apex, 30th. Mike Honcho, 31st. Slippy, 32nd. Stiffy Bone, 33rd. BBL Flash, 34th. Al Dusty, 35th. 666 Prevails, 36th. Macon Bacon, 37th. Hitcho, another Thursday night runner, 38th. Wrestler, 39th. L Hedges, 40th. Jay Ballack, 41st. 27 Racing, another Thursday night runner, is 42nd. Alba, 43rd. Chris Kinzel VR, another Thursday night runner as well, 44th. Then Porsche GT, X Tanner, BVL Cyclone, Rusty Boy, who's another Thursday night runner, B McKever, BC Bond, Yalchin Hutt, and Maguki round out the table. So 52 drivers in the overall championship. In terms of the, I'll have a quick look for you as we come back to me. Hello. We'll have a quick look. I'll have a quick look for you at the Tuesday night standings, just to give you a quick overview. I won't put it up on the screen, but I will give you a quick overview of who is up there in that series. So currently Jay Green leads the championship for the Tuesday nights. He's on 57 points. Ibn Hamza, so Ridwan is second, Justin L is third, Jay Walbutton's fourth, K-Dot is fifth, Jokin sixth, Smashing Apex seventh, ESR Bummer on XL is eighth, CJS Pup ninth, and F Christale is 10th. So that's the top 10 in the Tuesday night championship. So very, very competitive in both championships at the moment. And yeah, it's great to watch. We're going to quickly jump into a couple interviews. So this first one is with our series leader, and one of our series admins, Justin L. So hope you enjoy this chat that I had with Justin earlier. So Justin, I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and have a chat with me, mate. It's really good of you to do that. Obviously, you know, you're an admin of AGT. So congratulations on, you know, how far it's come and how big it already is. Did you foresee this when you started AGT, you and Ridwan and like K-Dot and stuff? When you started this, did you see it getting as big as it has been this quickly?
No, definitely not. It's taken us all by surprise, that's for sure. I think we had an original points table that went up to about 28. So that kind of gives you a bit of an indication of the sort of numbers we were expecting. But yeah, we definitely weren't expecting it to explode like it has. But as I'm sure you've seen as well, some of the feedback and the comments from people in the server, just people are liking the organization of the server and how things are laid out, and it seems to have struck a chord with people.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think, there's a fair few people that have been involved in various different leagues, obviously across Australia and worldwide, and I think this is probably one of the best organised leagues that I and a lot of other people that I've talked to have seen. You've got the whole calendar laid out for everyone, and there's the points tables, and there's a whole there's even a whole bot that you click, and that's how you can report incidents, and there's a whole stewarding setup. It's not just it's not just one chat where everyone sort of has to talk in the one chat about everything. There's everything sort of laid out and spread out and has its place, and I think it's really good and it's really well organized. And you guys have put in a lot of work, and I definitely think that you're reaping the rewards of that, which is great to see.
Yeah, definitely. No, we're all pretty stoked how it's playing out, and grateful for all the kind comments and stuff that people have been giving us, and obviously yourself as well has jumped on board and running the YouTube channel for us, and obviously doing the commentary and the editing for the 3 lobbies, which is amazing as well that you've jumped on for that. And obviously we've got Grim Death, Andrew, and Mike Concho, who have also stepped up and offered to help out host lobby B and C respectively. So yeah, it's great to see everyone's getting involved. It's become a community, which is what we wanted, and yeah, it's just been amazing.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think it's great that so many people are willing to get involved and do so many things to help build it. And on top of that, not only are you guys organizing the whole thing, but you're also racing as well. So it's not just for you guys something that you're just sort of overseeing. You want it to be, I guess, you from a racer's point of view, you want it to be good and well organized and well run because you're competing in it.
Yeah, definitely. That's 100% right. So, yeah, like you said, we've all been in leagues before. We've all been around the traps. We've all seen different setups and yeah, mistakes and good things, and yeah, we've definitely learnt from that and gathered the experience from that to form AGT. So, yeah, that experience has definitely helped us, and yeah, we all race as well. So what is it, 5 admin now? We all race as well, so that's definitely a big aspect of it. We know what it feels like when you're on the receiving end of bad decisions or badly set up servers or leagues. Like we've been there, we've experienced it, so it's definitely driven us to fill in those gaps and make those things better that we've seen not work out in other places.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think you guys are doing an excellent job of that. And speaking of racing, we'll segue into talking about you and your racing now. Obviously, 2 podiums to your name so far this season, including what I thought was quite an amazing battle with James Walbutton on Tuesday night at Fuji. Talk me through that battle from your perspective. Obviously, very close between the two of you for pretty much the entire race. So just tell me how that was from your perspective, being in that battle, that race long battle.
Yeah, so going into the race, obviously you've done some practice lobbies and so forth with James in it and other people, so you kind of get an idea of what people's pace is going to be like going into the race. And yeah, I had a feeling that James and I were going to be pretty close for most of the race. And for some reason, in the first stint, he didn't want to pass, kept bumping me when he was close. There was even one stage there where I went to the right to defend, and then he's giving me a bump when I'm defending. I'm like, okay, I'll defend you, but you can give me a bump, that's fine. And then after that point, I kind of figured that he wasn't going to pass me in that first stint, so I just got into a rhythm and tried to save those tyres. So James pitted on lap 8, and then I pitted on lap 9, and I think that's what made the difference in the end. As soon as I saw he came in on lap 8, from that moment on, I just knew that I was going to pit that lap later and then just be patient. And I knew eventually that I'd have better tyres at the end of the race, and that's when I could make my move. And that's kind of how it played out. His lap holder softs just wore a bit quicker. They weren't as good, and I was able to get that run down the main straight. And then, 3/4 of a lap later, he tried to take that higher line to get a better run out of the last corner, and due to his tyres being a bit more worn, yeah, it just led to him spinning, and was able to come home second, which yeah, which was great because didn't know at the time how that was all going to play out. I had that plan obviously, but you never know as you're in the motions if it's going to work out, and thankfully this time it did.
Yeah, no, that's definitely right. You never know at the time, and that's why what you just sort of got to keep pushing, because you never know where the other guys in the other lobbies will be, and you're in the top lobby, so you're one of the quickest drivers, but you just never know. Like obviously we learnt, I think this week with Al Dusty, he was in lobby C, and he beat everyone in lobby C and lobby B, and a fair
So
few
that
of the lobby
was
A
that was a
guys
bit
as well.
cheeky from him because he's got a driver rating of C and put Pro Am on his livery that he submitted. I mean, he put AM on his livery he submitted, so he did it. Yeah, he duped us there, but we're not duped anymore.
I say I had a chat to him earlier about that, and he said, oh, I didn't really know where I'd sort of end up. He said I didn't want to get I didn't want to get ahead of myself, but I said I think I think it's just a testament to I think all of us to an extent sort of undersell our ability a little bit, and sort of try not
Oh,
to
definitely.
push ourselves up too much. But obviously there is quite a few people that and it usually is the quiet ones, like, oh yeah, no, I'm a C rated, I'm an AM driver. Like it's usually the
That's
quiet
right.
ones that are sort of quick and consistent, which is really good for the championship. Like it's really good for these guys to be coming in and being quick and being competitive, and it drives everyone around them to sort of be quicker, and it just makes for good racing.
Oh yeah, 100%, and I can already feel that in the league. Everybody's so eager to get in practice lobbies, and everyone's jumping in everyone's practice lobbies, and everyone's happy to share their knowledge. And I've been asked a couple questions from people. How can I get quicker here? What can I do there? And I've given them some feedback, and it's made them quicker. So that's what we're all about as well. I myself am always happy to give tips and help others to get quicker if they want. I'm not gonna chase down people and say, hey, you should be doing this, but I'm more than welcome if people approach me and stuff to help them out. So yeah, it's just been amazing how everything's playing out, and everyone's learning off each other and supporting each other, and it's just amazing to see.
Yeah, no, and I think that sort of mindset of like everyone being willing to help each other out is a testament to like how good the community is that we're building, and like you guys are building. Like it's a really good community, and I know in terms of like trying to improve, I definitely am one of those people that sort of am trying to look and learn off you guys, and I think that's why one of the reasons I like commentating and watching the race and stuff, but I also like just watching what you guys do and like learning how you guys drive. Like I think last night we did a practice lobby, and K-Dot was in there and he was doing laps, and I reckon I just sat for like 10-15 minutes and watched him do laps around Monza, just so I could learn how he was
Yeah,
driving the car, and
yeah,
just sort of pick up on
yeah. That's
those
what I do.
things. So just see what other
Yeah,
people do
I
and
do that
compare
as
it to
well.
yourself, which is like, and everyone's happy for everyone to do that, which is really good. Like there's no one really like that's like, oh no, like don't look at what I'm doing. I don't want anyone to know what I'm doing. We're all sort of like, yeah, like let's get in a practice lobby. Let's do a few practice races. Let's like if people need advice, you're like, try this, try that. Like it's really good that everyone's happy to share and like have discussions about various things. Like I was talking to Prevails today about like how we're feeling in the AMG around Monza, like how that's going to go for us and various things, because we're both in the same car. Like even if we're not
That's
technically the
right.
same team, we're still creating that sort of team and community environment where everyone's sort of comparing notes, and I think it's really good.
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm loving it how it's all playing out at the moment, and that's what we wanted to aim for. We don't want it to be one of those super competitive leagues where, yeah, everybody's always hiding stuff and, trying to get that little bit of advantage. It just doesn't create a very good vibe and environment. So we're definitely happy with where things are at and where the vibe is at AGT at the moment.
Yeah, no, and I think that's great. And I will just for a moment steer the conversation, back towards yourself. You are the championship leader, which I was commenting earlier when I was going through the championship standings, how we've got an admin 1-2 in the championship, yourself and K Dot up the top.
Yep.
So how are you feeling? Obviously, we're 2 rounds into the championship now. We've got 4 races under our belts for most of us. How are you? You feeling in terms of where you are in the championship? Is that is your goal sort of to finish on the top of the championship? Do you I know a couple of guys I've spoken to, they don't really have goals. It's more about having fun, which I think it is for everyone. But is there a goal for you in this, or is it just it's just wherever you end up as long as you have fun?
Oh, no. So like you guys were saying, I obviously watched the Lobby A replay with the commentary of you and Chris from Fuji, and I heard you guys speaking about me when I was sitting behind James, and you both said, we know Justin, and he's not just going to sit there. And yeah, along those lines, you're right. And yeah, and the same with this. I'm not just sitting there. I'm definitely aiming to definitely win the overall championship. So that's the Tuesday and the Thursday series combined.
Yep.
And luckily for me, Ridwan, who without a doubt is the quickest driver in AGT, he's not doing the Thursday, so that's going to give me an opportunity to win something this year. That's work out well for me. So that's my best chance, I think, for silverware this year, is to win the overall championship. It will be hard to beat Ridwan in the Tuesday series, and obviously Mo has got off to a great start in the Thursday series with 2 wins from 2.
Yep.
And obviously in there as well, had a bit of a rough race at high speed ring, spun trying to avoid an incident ahead of me. So, and as well, first round of GT3 on Tuesday, I had a bad first round as well. So I can't really afford to have any more bad rounds now. I'm hoping that round 1 GT3 and round 2 in Ferrari will be my drop rounds.
Yep. Because
if I have another bad round in either of those series, then yeah, it's going to set me back quite a bit in those championships. But thankfully, even Mo, he's only doing the Thursdays. Ridwan's only doing the Tuesdays. James is only doing the Tuesdays. So there's a couple of quick guys in each championship, but they're not doing both days. So I think by how things are looking at the moment, it's probably 2, 3, or 4 of us who are going to win the overall. Yeah. Fighting for overall, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's very close. I think between you, K-Dot, and Joken at the top of the overall standings, it's 12 points. So yeah, as you said,
yeah, and I think Xylon
round, it will sort of affect.
It does definitely
where you end up, and I mean, of the other one that. Pardon me. The other one that's quite strong in the Tuesday series, who obviously was there first week but wasn't there this week, was CP Greeny. So that's another one that if he was racing at Monza for the rest of the season, to throw into the mix of fighting for that Tuesday championship.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately for Greeny though, he's on a fortnightly roster and he works nights, so he can only do every fortnight. So he's going to have quite a few 0 rounds, which will unfortunately put him out of contention for the Tuesday championship as well. But yeah, if he was able to race every round, he would definitely be up there with Ridwan contending for that Tuesday championship. I don't think I quite got the speed of Ridwan yet to challenge him for the GT3 championship this year, but I am still trying to improve and still trying to push myself, and hopefully at some point in the future, I'll be able to keep up with Ridwan.
He is very quick. I watched Lobby B on, not Lobby B. What am I saying? Lobby A. I watched Lobby A, and I just look at his speed, and even when we did the pre-season shoot, he was just he was driving off, and the rest of us were sort of having a bit of a battle, and he's just getting in the practice laps. He's definitely got a lot of pace, which. He's using that Corvette to great effect. But it's really good to watch, and it's really great that it's so competitive, and you guys are having so much fun while you're doing it.
Yeah, that's right. We're all loving it. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, thank you very much, Chris, for sitting down and having a chat. It's been really good to chat to you, and hopefully the people tuning in and the viewers tuning in sort of get a bit more of a, an insight into you and how much the series has, grown and where it's come from. And obviously we'll keep an eye out on you, Justin, and your overall position in the the standings as the season goes on. Obviously, the battle of the admins at the top at the moment with you and K-Dot, so we'll
that's all
be
right.
keeping a close eye on
Yep.
that each week.
No worries. Thank you very much, Isaac, for taking the time. And looking forward to seeing you all on the track and obviously in the server.
Yeah. All right. That was a great chat with Justin. We're going to move now into a chat that I had with series newcomer, Al Dusty, aka Max. So it was great to sit down with him and have a chat about his foray into the series coming in on Tuesday night and how he felt. So let's check that chat out now. So on to our second interview now, and we got Al Dusty, aka Max here. Max, thanks so much for having a chat with me.
Thanks for joining me. Well, having me, rather.
You're all good. So first of all, congrats on your first win in your first week of AGT. So you got a lobby win and an overall top 10 finish to your name as well. Was this something that you expected coming into Tuesday, it being your first race?
Absolutely not. I didn't really know where I'd be. I didn't expect to be near the top at all, given Fuji is not one of my strong circuits. So, pretty good result.
Yeah, definitely. It's, I think a few of us had the same issue with Fuji where we're like, I don't really think this is our top circuit. But no, it was definitely a really strong result for you because not only did you win, but you were qualified on pole, you had the fastest lap of the race, and you led every lap. How are you feeling sort of throughout that race? Were you pushing the whole race, or was there a point where you were like, okay, I've got a big enough gap behind me, I'm just gonna sort of just chill out a little bit and bring it home?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, I was pushing pretty much the whole time. I knew if I made a mistake and I spun, I could still maintain the lead, so I was just having fun. I was trying to beat my personal best every lap.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to, but it was a very good fun.
Yeah, no, 100%, and that's good. And did you have a lot of practice going into the Fuji race, or
I
did
didn't
you
practice
sort
at
of
all.
get in? No practice.
I just jumped in. No practice.
Yeah, well, that's
didn't set myself any expectations.
Yeah, no, that's like so good. Like, it's really good to see people coming in, and obviously we asked, you got asked, Justin asked you when you first sort of joined, what your driver rating was, and I feel like we all sort of you sort of I feel, as I think most of us do, undersell yourself, and you go, oh yeah, I'm D-rating, so
yeah.
I'll be okay, and you come out in your top 10 overall. It's really good.
Yeah, I think that it's been inflated because I wasn't battling the race, so
yeah.
If I was battling a lot of other drivers, it might be a bit lower, but still, I'm very happy with my result. I think I did rather well.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I'm pretty sure that Justin mentioned that there's a promotion to Lobby B next week on the cards for you. So, are you excited for that?
I'd absolutely love that. That'd be what I'd like to have close racing with people. Whether it's for 10th place, last place, first place, it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, 100%. So. Yeah, no, it's so good. It's just great to see people it's really good for us as well from a sort of commentary point of view. Obviously there wasn't a lot to commentate on in terms of you sort of ran away and disappeared in the distance, and that was really the last we saw of you because you just bolted. But it's really good because it means that we've got quick people coming through, and it makes it exciting because next week now, I'm coming into this race going, where is he going to be? How far can he go? Because you beat all the Lobby B guys last week as well, so it's gonna. I'm really excited to see where you come out in Lobby B because I have no.
Well, I will say, Monza is one of my worst tracks. It's always has been. Monza and Brazil, they're my bogey tracks, you could say. So, we'll see how I go.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I think Monza is a track that quite a few of us, especially in the GT3 cars, we struggle in because it's quite a tight track, and these cars aren't a huge fan of tight corners. So it'll be good. My last question for you was, obviously, you weren't here for round one, so you've sort of come into round two and picked up from there, and you've already ticked the lobby win box, and you've ticked top 10 in the overall round result box. Like you've ticked 2 really big boxes already. What's your, have you got any goals for like the season, or are you just like, you're trying to have fun? Like what are you hoping where you'll be at the end of the championship?
I have no championship goals, so to say, but I'd like to have a few podiums, hopefully, in lobby 2, in the Pro-Am class by the end of the season. That's my goal. I think I'd sit in the middle of that class, and then tracks I'm confident in, I think I can push for podiums. So that'd be my goal. Yeah,
100%. And speaking as someone who is in the Pro-Am class, in the lobby B class, I'm really excited to get into the lobby with you on Tuesday night and race alongside you and have a bit of fun. Like it's going to be really good.
Can't wait.
Well, thank you very much, Max, for sitting down and having a chat with me. I really appreciate it. And good luck for the rest of the championship.
Thank you.
Our final chat of the evening. It's LJ L Sandwith. He's a streamer. He streams our races on a Tuesday and a Thursday night. So if you find yourself looking for something to do on a Tuesday or a Thursday night, you're more than welcome to tune in. We had a chat about how he got into sim racing, his streaming, how he got into streaming, and just how he felt about his performance so far and the great week that he had this week, because he had some fairly strong performances. So we'll jump into that chat with him now. Well, LJ, thanks for agreeing to sit and have a chat with me, mate. Really appreciate it. Just maybe tell the viewers just a bit about yourself, how you found yourself in sim racing, and how you got into streaming and stuff as well.
Yeah, so I'm from Ballarat, Victoria. Probably got back into sim racing originally the F1 games. Why I bought a sim rig many moons ago, so probably been doing it for 15 plus years. And then a bit of GT Sport, and then obviously have evolved into GT7 with the PS5. But the F1 games are probably what got me into getting a wheel and sim rig. Yeah, right. Yeah, and then obviously the streaming just come along after that. So seeing other people doing it looked like a bit of fun. And here we are.
Yeah, well, you definitely got a nice community building for the streaming. What was your what would you say? Do you remember what your first game that you played to get into? 9th and 10th. Sandwith gonna come past them. It looks like Apex may go up the inside here as well in BMW M6, but very exciting. Looks like a BMW M4. It's a very beautiful livery, that car. But they're going to come out in 10th and 12th. So a couple cars around them haven't pitted yet, so they're going to have to try and move these guys out of the way quickly, get past, and that will be how they'll make inroads on these soft tyres. So they'll want to get these overtakes done quickly and not spend too much time in traffic burning through those tyres.
As everything else did.
Yeah, it looks like maybe some people have already pitted early to put the soft tyre on. We have to be mindful of those guys' fuel loads, but Sandwith, who was towards the back of the field in qualifying, has made a massive jump here. However, Jochen seems to be flying at the moment. He made a lot of ground there on the medium tyre. Now on the softs, we have to watch out for his pace at the moment. So these guys won't want to fight too much, but they know the gains they can make on the leaders. And meanwhile, while Walbottom was battling a lot of these guys, Flippy and K-Dot are going to benefit from this massively. And meanwhile, Justin, he's just racing against himself at the moment. So we'll have to see as well. He's up into 4th place at the moment. Quietly, Isaac, we have Sandwich in 5th position in that beautiful Castrol Honda NXX, and quietly just going about his business on the soft tyre at the moment. So pitted early, avoiding this massive battle pack, including Flash Green, Jochen, and a bunch of others. So Sandwith benefiting from staying away from that pack. So we'll have to see what more he can show, but already a massive gain here for Sandwith. Not only just undercutters, but staying out of the fight packs.
Yeah, 100%. We'll have to see
out
what sort of fuel saving he might have to do to make it to the end here. Obviously, with that early pit stop, as we said earlier, you only get about 10, 11 laps of fuel out of this car. So we'll see if he has to do any sort of fuel saving or anything to make it to the end of this one. But a great performance so far, staying out of trouble, keeping his nose clean and getting himself up in the fifth, which is great to see. I will like to point out we have had a DNF, a mechanical failure for Smashing Apex, which is obviously disappointing for him. Was on for a strong result. Was in that gaggle, or that I say gaggle.
Joking there, but it was awesome battling those guys.
Yeah, I did notice that you stayed out a bit longer than the others that you were battling with. So Pup and Joking, obviously. Was that always the plan, to stay out longer and pit later than those guys, or was that something you sort of like adjusted on the fly as you were in that battle?
That was probably the plan A. Plan B would be to come in early and run them a bit longer, but just kind of winged it a little bit. The plan was to run a bit longer. I think I made a mistake either on my in lap or the lap before, which cost me a bit of time, but. Yeah, not sure we still would have got Papa Joking anyway, but it was a good fight.
Yeah, it was definitely it was really good to watch actually. You guys definitely made for some great television. So yeah, no, definitely great. And that NSX it's a beast, that NSX. I watch you drive it and BBL Flash drive it, and it just seems to you could go. If you wanted to, you could probably just go on forever in that thing on the same set of tyres.
It's quite, I don't know how Flash finds it, but on the warm tyres, it's quite gentle to drive. Doesn't bite you as much as some of the other cars once the tyres are marshmallows. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it anyway.
That's good to hear. And then just one more question before we let you go. We're asking everyone as we do these chats throughout the season, sort of what your goal is for the championship. Obviously you're in the top 5 at the moment. So just sort of, what is your goal for the championship? It doesn't have to necessarily be a standings place. It could be like, want to win a race or want to get a podium, or which is just sort of what you're looking for, what your goals are for the rest of the championship.
I don't often set them too high, bro. If I can snag a top 5, I'm generally pretty happy, whether that be in the race, particularly on Tuesday nights when the field's so competitive. If you can be nudging the top 5, I'll always take that, and championship kind of works itself out from there. So I just try and enjoy myself and have fun, have a good race, and let the rest just fall into place. That's
definitely the best way to go about it. And I think as long as you're having fun, then you're doing it right. I think if you take it too seriously, you probably that's often my goal, man. That's often my goal. So if we end up on a podium or whatnot, it's even better. But is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, no, very good.
Just do it with a smile, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to just sit and have a quick chat with me. I definitely appreciate it. And for those of you that are watching this and tuning in, if you find yourself on a Tuesday night or even a Thursday night looking for something to do, or you want to check out the action that's going on in AGT before it makes its way to our channel, definitely go and check LJ's channel out. I'll link it in the description of this video. He's doing some great content over there, and it's great to watch. So LJ, thank you very much for sitting down.
Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thanks for the shout out, and thanks for having me. Cheers.
No, thanks, mate. Appreciate it. What a great chat that was with all those guys. It was really great to catch up with all 3 of them this week. And have a chat with all of them. It was very, very differing perspectives. It was really good to see. So thank you guys so much for watching. A bit of a different format. I hope you guys like this because, we want to sort of do this each week. Have a couple of different guests, maybe a couple of drivers that have stood out in that week's races in that round, and have a chat about their championship, where they're at, how they're feeling, maybe a couple of moments from the races that week. So it was really good to have a chat with those guys. We look forward to getting into all the action next week. So this week coming up, we have on the Tuesday night series, which you will see the commentary videos for come out next Friday. We're racing at Monza. So that's going to be really good. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's such a technical track and it's such a challenge. And a few of us got in and done practice laps, as we discussed in chat with Justin earlier. So it's going to be really, really good. And it's going to be a really good race. So make sure you tune into those on Friday. If you do want to get in ahead of the game, LJ Sandwith, and there's a couple other guys as well in our Discord that do stream. But definitely LJ Sandwith. I'll chuck his link in the description. And make sure that you check him out. We will try to endeavor to chat to some of the guys that stream across the upcoming rounds and get a few different guys that do the live streams and have a chat. But definitely check out LJ Sandwith's chat, racing in Lobby A, and he's a very good streamer as well and does a lot of great content just outside of AGT as well. So, but if you want to get some AGT action in before the videos next Friday, definitely check out his streams on the Tuesday and the Thursday night. And you'll be able to keep up with what's happening in Lobby A, and then you'll be able to keep up with all the lobbies on Friday. So we're looking forward to that one. It's going to be really good to catch the racing. We will see you on Friday for the race commentary and the recap of round 3, and then I'll see you next Sunday for another one of these round recaps. So that's it for the round recap. I've been Isaac. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next week.